Hello everyone, how you doing? Today it's time for some double trouble. We are talking about Scylla and Charybdis. Scylla and Charybdis are two beings of Greek mythology who live together in the ocean Strait of Messina and are both mentioned famously in Homer's Odyssey. Let's talk about Charybdis first and Scylla second. So, Charybdis is the child of Poseidon and Gaia, who often flooded large areas with water until Godfather Zeus became angry and cursed her to be forever doomed to swallow seawater. Whenever mentioned, most famously in Homer's Odyssey and Jason and the Argonauts, Charybdis is described as being a shapeless beast which dwells underneath the smaller of two rocks in an ocean strait. Even though it is technically shapeless, it is fair to assume that it is in fact quite big, since it is said that it imbibes a good portion of seawater in every single breath. Charybdis breathes only 3 times a day, which is accompanied by a roaring, almost deafening sound, swallowing a stupendous amount of water while breathing in. In Homer's Odyssey, it is noted that not even Poseidon himself is able to save the sailors that get in the deadly suck of Charybdis, making this being stupidly powerful. However, there's not much more to it. It seems to be unable to move from its position and can only eat or destroy which is sucked towards it. And even then, one could argue that killing isn't even its main objective, since it's technically only ever breathing in. But let's talk about Charybdis' partner in crime, Scylla. And let's face it, Scylla is the far more vicious one of the two. She is described and depicted with an upper body of a young, fairly attractive woman, while her lower body is made of dogs. Dogs? 6 dogs to be exact. Now, contrary to Charybdis, Scylla is mentioned fairly often in Greek mythology, but the mention of her origin story comes out of the pen of the Roman poet Publius Ovidius Naso, better known as Ovid, who tells the story of a boy named Glaukos who falls in love with Scylla before the whole dog thing, and goes to the witch Kirke to help him. However, Kirke only got jealous of Scylla and cursed her to have dogs as legs. Man, mythology sure can be weird sometimes, huh? So, anyway. Since the dogening, she lives opposite to Charybdis on the bigger of the two rocks and eats every sailor who gets too close to her while trying to avoid Charybdis. In Homer's Odyssey, she eats 6 sailors who get too close to her. So, in my opinion, while Scylla is the more popular and probably the more deadly of the two, who is also being mentioned way more often, Charybdis is probably the more powerful one, because not only is she the child of a god, but it is also stated that not even a god, and one of the more powerful ones at that, could intervene if you get too close to her, making this actually quite the uneven matchup. Of course, that doesn't really matter to the sailor getting sucked or eaten, since most of them died while avoiding the other. Remember, one of them dwells under one rock and the other one dwells on the other rock, the rocks facing each other in the ocean strait. That's why today there's also a saying, being between Scylla and Charybdis, meaning that you are between 2 decisions, either one causing harm to you. So anyway, that's all you need to know about this dream team. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and comment on this video which mythological topic you want to see covered next. May the gods be with you, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.